Aloha hoku ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. This is a really sweet message, actually. It's about you guys leaving others with this sense of wonder, and it's because you embody this otherworldly quality. On the outside, I'm hearing in regards to the way that you're being perceived, it definitely seems like you're pulling in some type of information from other realms, other dimensions, and other frequencies. I'm hearing like these are different octaves or archetypal manifestations of yourself, and these different distinct life forms that you're attuned to, and you're retrieving some type of information and not just acting upon that, but also sharing it. Even if it's through the truth that you embody, these high levels of consciousness that you embody, you do possess this otherworldly quality, and you leave people with this supernatural peace. Okay, when it comes to life on earth is not all there is, and you help people kind of detach from the construct of this matrix, open up this point of divergence, shift the frameworks in which they view reality, and help them look at life through the eyes of the soul. So we are going to go ahead and do a reading in regards to what's been coming through, and yeah, we are going to open up as well with these beautiful bracelets from Otter Spirit. I definitely want to share with you guys. Otter Spirit are a small family-owned business, and they do hand make these AA grade beautiful bracelets. So I'm going to go ahead and share the ones that I have layered myself here today. So yeah, they have all different kind of intention packs that are pre-selected for you, so you can kind of work with the complementary energies that are already there if you do need help kind of figuring out how you want to layer them. It's almost like different vibrational frequencies suited for all of your manifestation needs. They also have zodiac packs if you want to rep your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, or just other kind of archetypal energies that you want to be able to work with overall. They range from a bunch. They have love packs, confidence, anti-anxiety, money and success, protection and strength, creativity and intuition, balanced communication, healing, productivity, wisdom, growth and family, and much more. So yeah, you guys can kind of shop by individual gemstones. You can shop by the intention packs that they've kind of already pre-made for you, or you can shop by zodiac signs. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the ones that I've chosen to work with. So the first one is Rainbow Moonstone, which is just absolutely beautiful. So let me go ahead and show you this as well. And $1 of the proceeds are all donated to Otter Wildlife. Okay, being able to donate to otter sanctuaries. So I create miracles every day. That's what Rainbow Moonstone's quote is, which is really cool. The intention is all about intuition. So this is a gemstone when it comes to working with your intuition. And the zodiac signs that it rules is Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces. And it also activates your crown chakra. So they have all different kind of descriptions if you want to look on their website. I also have a discount code, which is Transcendent Tarot 20. Okay, so this is Rainbow Moonstone. That's the first one. The second one is kunzite that I'm wearing today, which is this beautiful pink one, and this one is all about love. It's a love bracelet. Okay, so kunzite is saying that love is the essence of the universe. So that's the intention for this energy, which is just beautiful, because especially if you're watching this in Pisces season, like this is all about self-love and compassion. Zodiac signs are Libra, Leo, Pisces, and Taurus. And it also activates, of course, the heart space. So this is a beautiful kunzite bracelet as well. And then the last one that I've layered this with, this is the Australian lemon 𝓚𝓪𝓚𝓪𝓚. I've never seen this bracelet or this gemstone before, but it's absolutely beautiful. It definitely caught my eye because it's something very unique, but its intentions are about healing and prosperity. And the zodiac signs are Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, and Leo, and this activates the heart and solar plexus. So you're kind of hitting two birds with one stone there. So the Australian lemon 𝓚𝓪𝓚𝓚, that's the last one. Okay, sorry if I'm butchering the name. And then that's the kunzite one as well. So definitely take a look at the link in the description box down below. I'll leave their website there, and you guys can also have a very substantial discount as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back on. Thank you so much, Otter Spirit, for coming into this beautiful co-creation with the transcendent Hoku Ohana. We deeply appreciate it. So yeah, this is just the energies that I've chosen to layer today, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and continue with this read. So let me go ahead and see. So yeah, with the libraries have been coming up a lot in the astral realm as well. I was seeing kind of the scene of, you know, Shrek, where he goes to the like the fairy godmother's library. I do feel like this is some kind of information. It does show that there's almost like this potion that you're tuning into. It is, I'm hearing this otherworldly knowledge, okay? That is the potion within you where you're activating something, because that's what it does. And it does seek for you to delve deeper into your personal understanding. You guys could have definitely explored, you know, internally these other dimensions, or, you know, fractals of yourself, if that's what you want to call it. And you've been able to, I'm hearing like a lot of you have entangled yourself with quantum non-local connections, right? It's like you're connecting to these archetypal manifestations or these other parallel lives where you're leading lives in other planetary star systems, like the Arcturus star system or the Pleiadian star system, simultaneous lives. And you're kind of pulling back some type of information to guide your earthly journey. That's what I'm seeing as like intercommunication that's happening with these through quantum non-locality. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy. You're tuning into your creative potential, and that's, I'm hearing, being demonstrated in everything that you do and just the energy that you present. It's like you're not separated or compartmentalizing these different soul particles, but you're kind of remembering yourself as being more than just this one localized third dimensional vessel, right? You are the timeless consciousness that's existing in many dimensions across many timelines simultaneously, and you are kind of like all of them and also none of them are all. So it's a beautiful energy that you're coming into from the 0 point, and you're broadening your perception from this tiny book. And this is also another message, like you're here. I'm seeing people that's like looking for a book, or they think that they're coming to a library, or they're being guided to a library. And I'm seeing this as the Akashic records for one specific timeline or one specific, you know, little book. And you guys are here as like the librarian. It kind of does give me like Thoth energy that you guys have, which is like Neptune being connected to a higher power. He's also connected to Mercury, which is like the Hermes, the messenger, right? So it's almost like you could be a channel or a conduit where a higher power and the divine pours through you and connects to the divinity within others. And you kind of shift people's perception into the whole library, right? Connecting to unity consciousness, knowing that you're a multiversal, universal consciousness, and expanding people's perception of life as you speak the language of frequency, and that resonates with people on a cellular level, I'm hearing, right? So yeah, you definitely possess some type of knowledge, this otherworldly quality that you demonstrate in this world. And I'm hearing you bring a sense of like homecoming. You give people a sense of home while they're in the home away from home, right? On earth, that's definitely the energy. And there's a difference between being created and also stepping into being a sovereign creator. Okay, you're teaching people that they do not have to just continue to be in these cycles of suffering and become a passive observer of their reality, but they can really step into being a co-creator of their reality and being able to consciously create their experiences. So yeah, you're pulling from a field that is not linear, and DNA is the planet of like the Akashic records. Basically, it is the plane where you connect to the Akashic records. Maybe you take, because I just said planet, there could be something about you kind of make people feel like they're on Earth but they're in another atmosphere. That's definitely what it is, because you bring people into that, you know, present moment. That's definitely the energy that it gives me. You bring them back into the eternal now, right? The ever-present eternity, which is beautiful. And you tune into like potential outcomes that could happen for them, or help them kind of like tune into that for themselves instead of just this linear path or perception. You assist them leveraging as a quantum being, awakening. I'm hearing like the quantum particles within them. But yeah, you're navigating this physical plane with this high level of information, and you're kind of sharing and spreading this knowledge, which is a beautiful energy. Anything else? I mean, honestly, there was a lot of energy. I think, yeah. Last night in the astral realm as well, I saw 555. So you're definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone in some way. Maybe this is something you've always been able to do, but you're definitely being invited to express this energy on a wider scale, I'm hearing. And I saw you guys going through a secret passage last night in the astral realm, and almost like this crit. So there is something that you're discovering. There is almost like a rite of passage that you're being guided to move through during this time. And you were climbing through holes in the ceiling at different levels. So it's almost like what used to be your ceiling, what used to feel like really far-fetched, is about to become your floor. I feel like you're no longer on, like, in this world putting things on a pedestal, but you're seeing everything as literally possible because you are infinite potential. So why wouldn't it be, you know? That's almost how it seems. And you're tuning into this internal network and this hidden base. So there could be like, I'm seeing like, you know, when you have a meeting, but it's not with anything external, it's like you're having a meeting with all these different members of yourself and you're like remembering, right? You're like remembering all the separate soul particles of yourself and fully integrating that. And to integrate is to become healed, right? So no longer feel like you're fractalized across space and time. But I'm seeing this is where like all timelines bleed into one. And you were also pulling from information from these hidden sources. So it kind of gave me like Einstein, Tesla, you know, Nikola Tesla feelings, where you're like kind of being this conduit and you're pulling in this higher knowledge, and it leaves a mark in the history of time. You know, it's like you're making a mark in the historical timeline that is going to alter the course of, I'm hearing like others' destinies. That's what it's giving me. Where their destiny is no longer being handed to them, but then remembering that they can shape and mold their destiny however they choose and however they desire, because they're witnessing you do that for yourself. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, let's go ahead and see what's coming through. I definitely want to take a look at the energy surrounding you during this time, for sure. It will kind of be how you're being perceived, because that was the message in regards to you bring a sense of wonder, but that was the main messages that were coming through. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I'm hearing it's like telepathy between hearts. Yeah, cosmic network. This is so crazy because this is literally the energy, if I remember right, of what I was seeing, where you're pulling information from hidden sources. I couldn't think of the card, but then I'm pretty sure this is like in the morphic genetic field, and it stores the memory, okay, of your DNA. It's like a holographic projection of the memory of your DNA. So yeah, there is something that you guys are remembering, and you're remembering that the memory of the cosmos is within you, right? The memory of the universe is within you, and the mysteries of the universe lie within you, and you're kind of recovering that. You're pulling this information from within you. You know, that's what I'm seeing. It's flowing through you, and source is expressing itself through you and also as you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cosmic network. This is so interesting. This one came out. Available information. Da Vinci, Newton, Tesla, Dali, Darwin, Buddha, Young, Shakespeare, a bunch of other people, Dalai Lama, Einstein, just to name a few examples, and other distinguished beings who have left their mark on our evolution, have all accessed the genius available in the energy networks. So this is energy that is already existing. That's what it is. It's like, the funny thing is, you don't see yourself as special in any way. This is not like an egoic thing. This is you just pulling from information that is readily available for you to anchor into this experience. That's what it is. You're not creating this energy. You're just like, again, you have this wellspring of knowledge. It's like you're pulling information from what appears to be hidden sources because you have the ability to see this. So generally, we see these people with admiration and adoration, but forget the true meaning of their real message. Everyone can access the information provided by the energy network if desired. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're like, you guys are definitely serving as a mirror to awaken that within people. It's like, hey, you're like, if I can do this, trust me, you can do this too, type of energy. So I'm hearing, if people do see you on a pedestal in some way, or like they look up to you, because I do feel like you guys are highly admired, you're kind of helping people say, like, come on, raise yourself as well. Like, give yourself some props. Like, I'm not special in any way. Like, we are equals. You know, you're seeing everybody as that equal. Okay. So everything is energetically available for us as a tool if we wish to be taken by that energy. So we must not let adoration blind us, right? Their ambition was to show us discovery of what was already there to be discovered. Everyone is equally available to believe and connect with the information that exists in the quantum field. And that's what it is. You're showing people a reality that is already there. It already exists in energetic potential. They just have to begin to act on that, to begin to solidify a new path for themselves. So I'm hearing you kind of guide people when it comes to shaping or molding their destiny. I'm hearing like you are a walking butterfly effect. That's literally what you do for people. You kind of open up again their mind from, oh, you think this is just like a linear perception of time and you just have this one book and that's going to be the story of your life. This is the destiny that's handed to you. No, we have this whole library of information. And that's what I'm seeing. Like, you guys are kind of like that fairy godmother. You offer all these different potions for people, and all it does is activate things that were already there that have just been like suppressed or laying dormant up until, you know, your interaction. That's what it is. So yeah, it's super interesting. You make people, again, all of the available information. Which do I want to connect with, right? What timeline do you want to connect with? What experiences do you want to connect with? What do I want to be? What do I want to do? Do I know what I want to become? Am I aware of what I am capable of? It's almost like, you know, where people are scared of their own success sometimes. It's like you highlight that for people. It's like no one is really ever getting in your way. It's you help people see where their non-action is also having a reaction. Okay, I'm hearing like an adverse reaction as well. So again, these are like self-created cycles of suffering where we can be our own biggest blockage. It's like when people ask you, but why, like why or how, you're saying, well, why not? And the universe will show you how. Begin to, you know, it's almost like you shift that, you know, it's like, you know how, like the how has already come to be. You're just going to be witnessing the becoming of how it came to be. That's like the mind frame shift. It's like you literally shift people's perception from seeing something as impossible to seeing something as I'm possible. You know, it's like you create that space for people. It's like you're able to hold space for people between that, which is super interesting how they're showing it to me. And you may kind of like I'm seeing like offer a different way, like I'm hearing like a different narrative, and that's what I mean by storytelling. It's like you kind of help people tell themselves a new story, even if you're not aware of it, even just through the things that you do. Like you make people think about making like sudden pivots. That's what I get. Like you activate like a certain different trajectory. It's like you meet people where they're at a critical junction in their life of some kind. And it talks about moving to a virtuous cycle. That's literally what it says. Moments of inspiration. So this is what you provide people with. Moments of happiness and gratitude. Increase our desire to give love. The most powerful source of energy available. Forming a virtuous cycle. So again, you help people, I'm hearing, see their hidden virtues and discover their hidden virtues, and to help them remember that infinite potential exists within them. And it's about how they want to apply that in that realm. They do have a choice and they do have free will. So it's a beautiful energy. It talks about, again, generating good waves of energy, and you do this through your positive impacts. And then it's also, again, the decision to choose where you position yourself in the vortex lies fully in your hands. Our unique ability as energy alchemists is to pass between one side and another. We have a chance to live on both sides of this dual vortex, like an energetic yin and yang. So if people are in dark cycles of their life, right, in like a vicious cycle, you begin to emanate this light that kind of shifts them from a different framework in which to view reality through. It's like if they have a negative influence, you kind of are there of a positive influence. If that's what they're focusing on, that's the energy that's coming through. So you could act as like a powerful catalyst. That's almost the vibe that's coming through, because I was also receiving energies in regards to what they were seeing when it comes to one book of their life was just a temporary construct or timeline, and the duality is always going to be there. There is something around that, but you help people begin to master matter instead of having matter just master them. But yeah, you speak a different frequency. This is forces of transmutation. The black represents the energy that moves things, right? And the white is almost the energy that also begins to, I'm hearing, bring new things in. Okay, so that's what you guys do. So this is like a transduction process that begins to spin this toroidal movement. You help people see, okay, this is true, this shadow aspect is truth, the fear may still be there, but what if everything turned out right? You know, it's almost like, what if everything went wrong? You know, like, what if everything turned right? I'm hearing like the devil and the angel on the shoulder, so it's like you guys act as like the angel on the shoulder in that way, where you're kind of gently guiding people towards listening to the voice or the calling of the soul and no longer suppressing those desires. And yeah, this could happen during times of crisis. You know, that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're the guy that shows up for people during times of, you know, major crisis in their life where they're in quite a vulnerable stage, and you help them see that vulnerability as a strength. You help them see that destabilization that they're going through is something that can act and serve as a major catalyst, okay, for them in their life. So that's a beautiful energy, and it's a portal. So you guys are like a walking portal there as well. Okay, let's also take a look at one of these messages. Four of Chalices. So this is literally a new lifeline. You guys serve as somebody that offers a new lifeline, where this person is basically, they're tired of choosing the same cups, right? They're on the floor, and those cups are basically predictable timelines, and you help people begin to become, I'm hearing like, unpredictable even to themselves. I'm hearing like, but what are people gonna think about me, right? And I'm hearing the best way to confuse like others is also to confuse yourself, like become a mystery even to yourself. And there is this place of empowerment where people feel more empowered after your interactions instead of feeling overpowered by matter. They feel empowered as they can begin to master matter, because they've been able to handle their emotions and master their mind, okay, in a way that was previously feeling like it was mastering them, you know, and it was creating suffering for them. It's like they can observe now their thoughts. And I'm hearing like, you act as this guide in terms of, right, think the thoughts, feel the feelings, but be one with the ebb and flow of this universe, where allow them to pass through you and not attach to them, you know, feel them and also detach from them. You are not your feelings, you are not your thoughts, so don't mistake yourself as such. And you offer people something that would have been not considered otherwise, okay? You have Ace of Wands, so it's like you spark this fire that has been dormant within them. That's what you guys do. You serve as like that catalyst there, right? So you spark something that has lain dormant. Right, let's go ahead and read the Four of Chalices here too. This says, again, disconnection, where people have been contemplating something. This shows where basically there's been imbalances within others, and you're kind of here that helps them correct their approach when it comes to life. You help them shift their outlook as well on the world, and you're a wake-up call. Like, again, you are a judgment call for people. Like, time stands still when people are with you, because you talk directly to their soul. That's literally the energy that comes through. Again, you help them also remind themselves, like I'm hearing like a message from their future self. That's almost what it feels like. You know what? That's how it seems like. It seems like you're someone from the future that's come back in time. You're like, well, I already know it's all worked out for you. And they're like, how can you be so sure? You know, how? And when does it happen? They're like, just know where you want to go and why you want to go there, and take the steps. As you walk the path, believe me, it begins to unfold for you. Like, it's like you can tune, and that's what the Akashic Records is, right? It's no longer compartmentalizing the past, the present, and the future, but seeing yourself as coexisting between the realm of the physical and the non-physical. So that's almost what it feels like for you guys, for sure. That's definitely a very strong energy that's coming through as well. Anything else? Yeah, it's super interesting. That is a super interesting energy. You're realizing that both coexist, or you're helping others realize this. And they're growing in understanding when it comes to like a cosmic narrative. That's definitely the vibe as well. Yeah, that's what it is. like, how can you be so sure? Like, who are you? You know, it kind of does give me that energy. Like, I'm seeing like a Men in Black kind of vibe, but it does feel like you've come from the future. So that's really interesting. Like, how do you know this? How can you be so sure? Take this flood as a wake-up call, right? So it's like you come into people's life as this flood, as like this overwhelming power, to leave them feeling more empowered than you had found them. And if suddenly they find themselves anew and they can appreciate the world around themselves and begin to realize that, you know, the way that things have been is not the way that they have to continue to be, right? You help people kind of surrender to all that has been and begin to flow into a new state of being. It's like you shift people's vibrational state. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is. Okay. Anything else that we need to talk about today? Let's get maybe, sure, I'm hearing like you do serve as a major catalyst. Okay, we have the Four of Chalices. Sure, why not? Let's get one more. Yeah, the Two of Swords. So you kind of give people clarity. It's like you say the right things. It's like they were waiting for some kind of external sign and then you appear. So this is definitely somebody that's, again, you appear, right? We have the Siren right now. So this is like a wake-up call, the judgment call. You clarify something that was there where they've been kind of battling between their intellect and their intuition, and you serve as that guide to show them a path. This is somebody that's at a crossroads, right? A critical junction in their life. And you help them make a decision, right? You give them just enough clarity. You tell them just the right thing. You come as almost like, again, this messenger. That's what it gives me for sure. I'm hearing like, again, even with the Four of Swords, this person is looking at like I think it's called a laboratory, is it? But it's where you look at the stars in the sky through, right? A laboratory, something like that. But yeah, it's where people look at the stars in the sky. Let me go ahead and read it. When they're looking at the stars for answers, it's almost like you guys show up there. The Four of Birds, this is where somebody is going through an introspective phase and they're connecting with their guides. You know, they're trying to connect more with the non-physical realm. The Observatory, okay, so it's, yeah, the Observatory. What was that? Like, again, some crazy scientist. Okay, telescope aimed at the stars. You help people see things more clearly. Look at the infinity of space gathering, the ever knowledge that there is to obtain. This is like what you guys serve as. So this basically talks about you kind of illuminating a landscape, right? A new landscape for people's life. And I'm hearing like the full landscape of time. You know, that's almost what it seems like. You're tuning in. I definitely just get like the Akashic records, right? This is a wake-up call. This is where the human condition lifts, and you begin to look at life through the eyes of the soul, right? And people look at how they've lived and how well they lived according to their soul's initial intentions before this incarnation. And it's like you help people come back into alignment with their soul's pre-incarnation intentions, right? Before being seeded into this planet, before their higher self had incarnated into this physical form and was at risk of forgetting one's etheric origins. It's like you talk to people's etheric origins to the non-physical aspects of self, which is super beautiful. Anything else? But yeah, it's like when people have a burning question, you're that moment of pause. And you help them realize that the answers are through a moment of reflection, through a moment of internal introspection, where they're not looking outside for answers, but you help them tune inside of themselves for it. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a tuning fork. So again, you'll definitely speak to people in terms of like vibrational frequency for sure. You say something that resonates with them on a soul level, okay? Right, let's take a look at, I feel like because this energy came up prior, let's take a look at any advice for you that's coming up. Any advice for you in regards to just like whatever needs to come out. What flipped? Geomagnetic storm flipped. All right, so with a geomagnetic storm, I'm going to put it back in and pull again. This does show a lot that's going to be happening in your life, especially energetically. Yeah, collapse. There's going to be a collapse of an old system. There's going to be a new way that you're being called to kind of step forward. Basically, collapse basically says that there's an old system that hasn't been working. You have Big Bang at the base, so there's an abrupt change where you're literally going to be birthing not just new timelines through the decisions that you're going to be guided to make and act upon, but there's going to be a whole full-blown reinvention in regards to how you hold this power and this knowledge and this truth and this consciousness and how you share that with the world. Okay, so just expect like a huge rewriting the system. The way that you've been kind of utilizing this, I'm hearing especially like behind the scenes, is being pushed out in some way. Let's go ahead and read let's go read the energy on collapse. It talks about things will change or they will not, right? You do have free will, but you're going to see more people be guided to you. You're going to see more of this in your reality, right? Page of Pentacles. So some of you, this could actually be evolving onto like on a professional scale. This could be about you actually serving as somebody that definitely provides guidance, maybe some kind of sage advice. Maybe you guys are going to set up a business or just be in a field for career that feels like it aligns more with your soul's values, you know. And again, you have strength here at the base, so this definitely is something that is going to require a lot of courage for you to kind of act from the heart. I do feel like this is kind of being of service from the heart space too. So this is basically saying this could be a new career or financial opportunity that's going to open up for you as a result. I do feel like this is something that you're going to be sought out after for, okay, some kind of energy that you possess and the way that you're kind of being guided to translate that into this experience through something that you do that just speaks to people, okay? Like you have a message to share, and this could be through many different outlets or many different forms, but I do feel like there is a new timeline that's actually opening up for you, okay, where you're kind of you've been prepared, and I'm hearing you've been able to do this for yourself. Now it's time to kind of do this for the world. Now we have 9 of Birds here at the base, not at the base, but this also came out. So this is definitely an energy of try not to overthink in regards to this. The path will become clear. This is like a Mars in Gemini sign where it can feel like your mind is kind of rushing. There's all these different potential timelines that are opening up. Like, do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Like, do I want to share my message like this? It's like somebody basically overthinking. Mars likes to move down one way. Gemini is a door sign. So you may feel like, you know, a lot of overthinking, but know that your thoughts are becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. They can propel you towards the very disaster you fear or the very wish that you desire. And also I'm hearing like, don't narrow this down to just one way of doing things. I feel like this is going to happen not just even in your like professional life, but also in your personal life. There's going to be so many different souls I'm hearing that are going to be like, again, we live in a very intelligent self-organizing universe that are going to be organized via vibrational frequency to come into alignment with you or your creations. And just trust that people will receive what it is that they need at the time that they need it, okay? People are going to receive what it is that they need at that stage in their soul's evolutionary journey. No matter how prepared you think that you are, you're never going to be fully prepared. I'm hearing you're perfect just the way that you are, okay? There's so many resonant beings and resonant souls who are going to completely I'm hearing grasp what it is that you're saying. Some of you could be, this is going to be about communication or the way that you're going to do something. Your energy, okay, it's all in your energy and your frequency, and your unique voice, okay? That's what's coming through here with this, for sure. So this could be, again, kind of wondering if you're ready. That's definitely the energy that's coming through. But yeah, something within you is going to be lighting up here. As you do this, you guys light up. Right, anything else that you need to know? We'll get some, sure. Let me get a Gateway of the Light activation card for you. Yeah, we have Inner Earth, so base chakra, strength, security, and laying foundations. You are definitely, again, going to leave a mark in the historical timeline. I do feel like this is you guys answering a call that has been suppressed and repressed generationally. Let's go ahead and take a look at inner strength. you could kind of act as a solar return where you illuminate something for the soul's path, right? It's like you, oh, that's what it is. Because I got a message from someone from their birthday. So you could act as, yeah, like somebody that illuminates the two important days. One is when you were seeded onto earth, and the second one is remembering why. You help people remember their why. That's what you do. You help people remember their why. So let's go ahead and take a look at inner earth. And it's because you've remembered why. So again, this talks about being connected to the planet and the things that you're learning through many lifetimes. It basically talks about knowing that you're being in search for the parts of yourself. You have an opportunity to find them and build a stable foundation. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. You're becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that this is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And although at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you've been building up momentum to where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do and to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts that you've abandoned. If you're starting any projects or thinking about taking up something that you've had on hold, now's the perfect time. The seeds that you're planting are sending roots deep into Mother Earth, and you were held and you were supported. So you're being supported on this endeavor, okay, for sure. I do feel like, again, a lot of you are going to be doing something on a bigger scale. This could be, again, about incorporating, realizing that spirituality and the physical realm coexist, and I feel like you're kind of bleeding that into just a way of being. You're no longer compartmentalizing that, but you're coming into there's just this full correspondence where you're merging your most multi-dimensional, sophisticated, otherworldly aspects, and you're kind of demonstrating that through everything that you do in this world. And that's why you leave people better than you had found them. That's why you guys leave people with a sense of wonder, right? It's through the things that you do and through anything that you do. The magic follows you with whatever you do, because you are the magic, and you help people awaken to that magic within and remember that magic within. So let's go ahead and close out with an angel number message. That's quite a lot. We have 123 vision, 144 possibilities, and 1919 transformation. So 123 is vision. Your path won't look identical to anyone else's. It tells you to remember to stay to the path that feels most connected to you guys on a soul level. 1919 transformation, it's asked that you take a notice that within your hands you hold the power to change your life. Within this realization, you'll feel a sense of purpose and connection to new beginnings, okay, and new timelines that are becoming available to you. And again, new timelines become accessible as you apply your free will, right? So this is definitely like a different way of doing things. 1414 possibilities. Building strong foundations creates stability and welcomes in possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the present moment. So I feel like a lot of you are definitely in a space of, you know, just being grateful for remembering yourself. And I'm hearing being grateful for being in the position to assist others with that remembrance of themselves and being able to remember themselves and integrate their divinity, right, into their being, and not feel like it's something that is somewhere out there, but it's really within. So that's what I'm seeing. People are no longer externalizing their power, but it's when they come their own sense of empowerment. So it's a beautiful energy for sure, a lot of heart space energy. So I'm going to love and leave you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to this channel or want to stick around for futuries, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. If you want to take a look at our Discord server, that's also going to be down below. And also remember the Otter Spirit bracelets, and you also have the discount code down below as well if you are interested in purchasing some beautiful jewelry. So I'm going to love and leave you right there. Until next time, guys. Bye.